What's one thing you would do to reduce your plastic footprint this week? Drop it in the comments and tag us using the hashtag The Green Shift. Don't forget to follow, share, and support local recyclers and eco innovators in your community. Hello, welcome back to The Green Shift. I'm your host, Comfort Apeh Francis, and today we are diving into one of Africa's biggest environmental challenges, plastic pollution. We live in a plastic nation. From our homes to our streets. Plastic have become part of our daily lives, but at what cost? Today's episode is titled Plastic Nation, and we are exploring how waste can be transformed into wealth, how community-led action and policy can drive policy, and how one woman's fight against plastic is changing lives. Joining me today is a true change maker, Grace Chukwufumanya Ndobu, also known as Sustainable Naya. Grace is a renowned environmentalist and the founder of Ace Recycles, a pioneering waste management and recycling company that is addressing plastic pollution head-on. Grace, welcome to The Green Shift. It's an honor to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much, Comfort.
Thank you so much. So let's start with your story. What inspired you to create Ace Recycles and focus specifically on plastics?
Okay. What inspired me to focus on plastic and started these recycles was the fact that growing up in my environment, there were lots of plastics on the environment. We find them everywhere, drainages on the environment, and it was causing issues. It was causing harm to not just the environment, but to the marine bodies, to we as humans, health issues. I had an issue where my grandmother passed away due to contaminated water gotten from this due to the plastic being clogged in drainages. So I sat down, I thought to myself and said, why not do something about this? And then that was how Ace Recycle started.
Wow, that is truly an inspiring story, saying that, plastic pollution leads to a lot of health complications that if not linked properly, we just keep ignoring. We are glad that you could identify this problem and you've started an initiative to tackle it. We know plastic pollution is a global issue, but what does it look like on ground here in Nigeria?
On ground in Nigeria, it's a big problem. It's it's everywhere. Like I said earlier, from our villages to our habits towards plastic, towards consumption, and towards keeping the environment clean, is a pressing issue that needs to be needs to be beaten, just like the bill for today's World Environment Day, beat plastic pollution. It needs to be beaten because anywhere you go to, you find plastic. It's in our daily lives. Even microplastics is everywhere. And apart from that, they cause issues, health issues, not just everywhere, health issues. And our habits towards plastic needs to be changed.
Yeah, like we need to change our habits when it comes to plastic and recycling in general. How we even make use of single plastics, because research has shown that microplastic has even been found in the uterus, which is really really bad and detrimental. To see how far it has gotten, and like tests and studies have been carried out to see, like, in 1,000 pool units of people that these tests were conducted on, 98% of them, microplastics were found in them. So it's really really bad, and we all need to change our approach and our consumer behavior when it comes to plastic. So you've developed community-based projects and programs like waste to wealth initiatives. Tell us those works and what kind of impacts you've been seeing from them.
Okay, yes, I've developed a lot of projects and programs, one of which is the Waste to Wealth, whereby community, especially the women and young girls, they bring bottles and they get, in return, they get insensitive recharge cards, pads and just little stuff like that, to encourage them to be able to recycle. And the impact has been felt. People are becoming more aware of recycling and beating down plastic pollution. People are becoming more aware of how to change their behaviors and habits when it comes to using plastic and recycling it. And yes, they are out there telling others about it. And it's kind of a collective action right now because people are becoming more aware, and the impact is felt. People are aware.
Thank you very much, and I'm so glad we are having this program on today when the theme is Beat Plastic Pollution, as the World Environment Day says. I'm glad that we have people like you who are doing amazing works that are turning waste into empowerment, literally. Now, Grace, what are some of the biggest myths people still believe about recycling or plastics in general?
Okay, one of which is recycling is seen as something that is, in the layman's language, a dirty job. Is, you understand? And
Yeah.
I'm supposed to throw it. Where am I going to put it if I don't throw it on the environment? You get me? And because they are not sensible to what this plastic can cause, and the fact that they are non biodegradable, so they do things irrational. I should use that word, irrational. But then things are becoming, better because people are becoming aware, and their habits towards plastic is encouraging, a step at a time. And we are getting somewhere in Nigeria. We are getting to a place whereby our environment will be safe and free from plastic pollution.
It's really great to see women like you that are into plastic recycling and also awareness. Many people see it as a dirty man's job, like you said, but we can see that the narrative is beginning to change. We can see that, more people are beginning to, pick plastic bottles, even from waste. You go around, you see some of them, they are ransacking your waste to get these plastics because they can get incentives from that. And it's not just, changing the narratives, it's also helping people earn an extra source of income. And it's really, really a good narrative and initiative that is going on here. And we are glad we have people like you pioneering it. So, what role do you think the government and policy need to play in addressing plastic pollution?
The government needs to do more, especially when it comes to policy, and not just implementing policies. There's one thing about implementing policies, and there's one thing about the people being able to adhere to these policies. Measures. What are the measures being put in place that these policies are, done in the environment? So the government needs to, one, bring up facilities that can be able to recycle plastic and bring up these policies and be able to empower their waste management board. I know various states in Nigeria, they have the waste management board. So each government should be able to empower the waste management board. I know Lagos, Loma is trying their best. They are doing a whole lot. Other states can, follow the footstep. And the federal government also need to, implement community committees that can, make sure that every state is carrying out their their assigned to them. And also at the local level, each local government can also implement committee in each communities for waste management and recycling. And I trust me, if they do this, it will go a long way. Combining this with policies and making citizens adhere to these policies, it will go a long way to ensure that our environment is free from plastic plastic pollution and improper waste management and disposal. Because if you look at Nigeria today, there are illegal dump sites all over on the road. If
Yeah.
I'm traveling most times, I see illegal dump sites everywhere. So it should bring a change that will last, you know, that will last for a long time and bring about sustainable development in Nigeria.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really applaud what the Lagos state government is doing when it comes to, single-use plastics. Them putting a ban on single-use plastic towards the end of last year, I think, and it went into effect earlier on this year. I don't know how that has been going forward for now, but I know that was like a great initiative, getting people to stop using single-use plastics from supermarkets and all that. It was really a good initiative, and it's something other states too can replicate if they put in the systems to, carry this out. It would be really, really good to see that, every other person, every other body is coming together to fight plastic pollution. Like you said, when you're traveling, you see a lot of illegal dump sites, open defecation and a whole lot of mess. There's no enough awareness and education about caring for the environment as there should be. So if all these initiatives can be put in place, if all governments and local government bodies can, come together, work together to achieve some of these policies, it would be great. So yeah, what advice would you give to young environmentalists or social entrepreneurs watching this who would want to make a difference in their communities, but they don't know where to begin?
Okay. I'll take myself for example. I started small. I started from nowhere without knowing what I am doing. I should put it that way. So you can start small. You can start. I started by informing my neighbors and friends about, educate them a little and tell them, please keep your bottles for me. When it's much, just call me. I'll come and collect them. That was how I started. So they can start small. The thing is that they should be consistent and they should seek support when needed. They should have mentors they look up to and mentors they can tell. Because in every business, definitely there are challenges. So that's the reason they should seek support. They should learn because in every business, learning never ends. You have to keep learning. They should make their research. And the most important thing is that they should not go into it because others are going into it. They should go into it because it makes them feel happy. They are happy about doing it. They are passionate about it and committed about it. Because if you don't like it, you won't go find it and you won't do well. So that is my advice for them.
Thank you. So if you're listening to Grace, if you don't have the passion, you should think twice. Okay, quick facts. Grace, thank you so much for being here. Your story reminds us that plastic may be part of the problem, but people like you are the solution. It's the World Environmental Day, and the theme is Beat Plastic Pollution. So, wherever you're watching from, let's learn to recycle. There are lots of recycling hubs that are springing up everywhere. And there are a lot of informal waste pickers. You can just gather your plastic bottles and keep somewhere for them. If you don't have the time to recycle it personally, just pack it, keep it in one corner and keep it for them. And they will do this recycling, and it will also help them because they get incentives for this. So thank you very much to our viewers. We want to hear from you. What's one thing you would do to reduce your plastic footprint this week? Drop it in the comments and tag us using the hashtag The Green Shift. Don't forget to follow, share, and support local recyclers and eco-innovators in your community. Until next time, see you all. Bye for now.